What up, y'all? This your boy Ace here, and welcome to Track and Ace. Let me do another video for y'all, man. Now that the semifinal heats are up, let's try to do a preview for tonight, man. And I want to talk a little bit about Abby's chances to make this team because after last night, I think they're looking pretty good. I think they're actually looking pretty good. Now, it's still going to be a major challenge to actually make the team. But tonight we're going to find out a little bit more than we did last night. Last night, everyone knew they were making a team, but I think last night was still very important because, number one, you want to gain momentum in each round. You want to gain that momentum. You don't want to take any rounds off just because you knew you were qualifying. Number two, lane placement is, I don't think people realize in the 200 lane placement is super important. You have to get in the right lanes, bro, because that curve is everything in the 200, bro. It's not like the 100, bro. It's not a straightaway. You know what I mean? It's a straightaway after the curve, but it's no straightaway in the entire race. You got to run that curve very well, and where you're positioned, it can make a huge difference. I'll never forget when Abby drew a bad lane in the 200-meter final at the World Athletic Championships 2 years ago. And it cost Abby, but she still finished in the top 5 against world-class competition. But I think if she didn't, but I also think that Abby wasn't healthy at the time. I think that's why she suffered. I don't know if she had the bone spur injury at that point. I don't think she had that because that would have healed up by the following season. I think she had like a knee injury or something. In that. It was either a knee or ankle, because I remember her bringing it up after she raced against Shelly and Fraser Price. And but I think overall she just hit a rookie wall by then. I mean the college wall. And that's something with McKenzie Long that I'm really focused on tonight. Did she hit the rookie wall? Because the last couple of races, I don't know about her right now because she's been looking slower and slower, but we're going to talk about her when I talk about the semi heats. But I do believe that lane draw is very important. So the girls still had to kind of go hard. And you got to send a message, too. You got to let people know, hey, I'm going to be here. And I like Abby's momentum. I like Brittany Brown's momentum. I like their momentum going into the rest of these rounds, bro. Because it lets you gain a little confidence. Because Abby could be sitting with her team right now and saying, hey, we came in the top 3, bro. And Abby had a legit top 3 finish. She wasn't tied with Brittany Brown because it was with the unrounded numbers, she had a 22.282, while Brittany Brown had a 22.286. So she had if this was the final, she'd actually be on the team in 3rd place. It won't be no tie. She'd be in 3rd place because of the unrounded. Y'all gotta make sure when y'all see people tag like that, always look at the unrounded numbers. Now, before we start, I just want to remind y'all, I do got a Patreon, and I still gotta upload last night's races on there. I know I gotta do that. I will try to do it today on my Patreon so y'all can watch them, and I will be uploading the semifinals tonight. So just sign up on Patreon for free. Or as a paid member, or you could buy the individual races in the shop tab as well, because I'm gonna start putting them. I think the final, I haven't even decided about the semifinal, but I know for sure the final will not be free. The final will not be free tomorrow on the Patreon. So make sure y'all plan to pay to watch it if y'all need to rewatch it, because I'm telling y'all, those Indian channels on YouTube, bro. Them Indian channels on YouTube, man. I think some of those races are already gone on those channels. They will not be up after Monday, or Sunday. They will not be up after Sunday. So make sure y'all come over to channels that's gonna have those races for y'all on YouTube, man. NBC will show y'all a little bit, but they don't show y'all like the whole thing. So I'm gonna give y'all the whole broadcast. So I mean, the post race interviews and all that stuff. So. Yeah, man. Thank y'all for joining up on the Patreon. Now, let's get to it. The semifinal heats are up. And Heat 1 is a very interesting one, man. So y'all can see the names on the screen right now. Sha'Carri Richardson, Jenna Prandini, Jadyn Mays, and TeeTee Terry are all in this group. The rest of the names, really, I don't expect these names to even draw under a 22.5. But Sha'Carri Richardson has, come out blazing speed, 21.99. Let's see if she can hold up. Because this is the 200, bro. I was saying this yesterday, man. 200 is a different animal, man. It relies on two things, stamina and skill, bro. This ain't the 100 where you can just rely on speed. You got to be able to be consistent with the straightaway, with the turns, and then the last straightaway, and not getting too tired. Because I remember last year, Sha'Carri Richardson had a 21.6 and got tired each round after that. She dropped her time every round after that. I just, for me, I think a lot of people saying she could reach FloJo with a 21.3. I don't think she has. I don't think she has the makeup to get it, and she's a little bit short too, which is another problem. When you trying to get a record like that, that's how Shericka Jackson came so close. Gabby Thomas literally probably the only one that I think could reach FloJo because her legs are long enough to get there. But I don't even see her reaching it. I don't think any 200 runners that you see running today, except Shericka Jackson, can get there. Anybody in the world right now. Now, there's probably some girls that's coming on the come up. I think Aria Pierce could get there when she gets up. When she gets there, I think she's capable of getting to 21.3. But there's just not a lot of girls that can get to 21.3. I do think Sha'Carri could definitely get like a 20. She could breathe on a 21.4. But do I expect her to get that on a regular basis? Hell no. That's gonna be like 1 or 2 times in her career where she comes close to a 21.4, or actually gets to 21.4. But I think there was a lot of hype after after what Sha'Carri did yesterday. And people got to understand, this is the 200, bro. This is a whole different animal. This is not the 100. This is not the 100, bro. Y'all got to remember that shit. This is not the 100, bro. It's a lot that goes entailed with this. This is a more skillful race. This is a way more skillful race. You got to have the stamina to survive each round. See, I think Sha'Carri's one of those. It's sort of like, a comparison that I got for y'all is like a knockout artist in boxing. There's some boxers that feed off of getting knockouts instead of going the distance. Then you got other fighters like a Floyd Mayweather. He going to go all rounds no matter what because he's a defensive boxer. Shakur Stevenson, right? These dudes are defensive boxers. So the knockout artists will have a hard time getting them on the floor because they can counterpunch. That's what a 200 runner is. Because 200 runners like Abby and Gabby, they can go 300. Like, I hated that in track we don't have 300 in the outdoors. We have it in indoors, but we don't have it in outdoors. I wish we had 300. Because Abby will actually be a 300 runner if we had 300. I think that'd be her, like, because she's good enough to be 400 too. But, she's also very elite in 200. But I think her sweet spot will be 300. Because she can outlast people. Out of the runners I saw yesterday, she wasn't really tired. Her and Gabby could keep going. I think Sha'Carri actually got a little bit tired. Because people were saying, like, she jogged. No, she didn't jog at the line. That bitch was tired. Bitch was tired, man. I heard her huffing and puffing after the race. She wasn't jogging. She got tired. She ran too hard. Like, if she ran like a 22.2, then I can say she was jogging, bro, because you can't run a 21.99 and just jog, bro. You can't. You got to be running hard to run under a sub 22. There's no way. There's no way. She's a 100 runner too. You can't tell me that shit, man. Because I had a friend who ran the 100 into 200, and he was like, bro, ain't no damn way you running hard. He was like, ain't no way you running hard. You ain't tired at the line. Like, he said, that's bullshit. Whenever he heard somebody saying jog, because his coach used to tell him that. He was like, dog, you can't run a fast time jogging at the line. It's not possible. So, NBC was capping on the broadcast. I don't know why they They got everything. They're relying on 3 different runners in track and field because they got to do it for ratings, right? They're relying on Sha'Carri Richardson, Noah Lyles, and Sydney McLaughlin. They're relying on those runners, bro. Like, they're going to cap for them whenever they get a chance, bro. They're going to cap, you know. Because we don't really got, like, real analysts who can really break it down. Like, when you hear from the real track runners, they're going to really break this shit down and let you know. You know what I mean? You gotta go scramble for the content on YouTube to kind of find that shit. Cause people working at the nickel like that, they're gonna cap, bro, at times, man. So don't always listen to them like that. That's why I do prefer especially when I watch track, I like the overseas broadcasters a little better. That's why I do in the Olympics. I'm making sure I listen to the overseas broadcast because they don't really cap like that overseas. Now, the rest of the field, you got Jenna Prandini, Jadyn Mays, and TeeTee Terry. I like this field. Jenna Prandini ran very well yesterday. That's by her standard, 22.58 is pretty good for her. Obviously, she's going to have to get her time down and survive this heat. Jadyn Mays has been the collegiate runner to me that I don't think she's as burnt out as McKenzie Long is. We'll find out tonight how she runs. And TeeTee Terry, she's just there for the ride. But I do think she's got some momentum though. Getting the spot on the 100. She probably wants to be on that team, but I mean, she's realistically not gonna make this team. But I do like the way she's running a little bit. I think she got a little pep in her step, and she's probably gonna come in. It's gonna be either her or Jadyn Mays who comes in third. Or, I mean, either one of them could be Jenna Prandini, too, so I'm not going to sleep on that. But not much competition for Sha'Carri. I think Sha'Carri's got a chance to throw down another 22, sub 22, but she's got to be careful, though, because she's going to tire herself out going into tomorrow, though, so she's got to recognize something to kind of pull back a little bit on the time, because she ain't like she's going to need a big time to get into the semifinal, bro. So I'm interested to see how she's going to run in this particular heat. Now, it's going to heat 2. And this is probably my favorite heat because I'm going to see, even though my girl's going to come in last place, Hailey Bieber and Kennedy Blackman, I still want to see how those two race against each other personally. Like, I want to see that race on a personal side just to see who tops who. I do expect Kennedy Blackman to beat Bieber. I think Bieber had the slowest time in the field yesterday. But I do want to see what Kennedy Blackman does against her, man. This definitely going to be their last race of these trials, but I want to see how they run against each other, man. Now so we also got McKenzie Long, Anavia Battle, Brittany Brown, Tamari Davis. Now the wild card in this round to me is Rosey Effiong. I actually like the way she ran yesterday. She's a wild card. If Long, Battle, Brown, or Davis don't step up, she can catch one of them. So them girls cannot be slipping. Those girls cannot be slipping going into tonight. Now I was talking, kind of hitting around about McKenzie Long. Had she hit the rookie wall? We're gonna find out. Because McKenzie Long is somebody who, in my opinion, she reminds me of Abby from 2 years ago where Abby started to hit that wall. Like, she was at her peak form, in June. And it just sort of, she gets a little slow and slow. But we're going to learn a lot more tonight if she's truly hit it or not. Because she might have one little, ounce of energy left in her to really throw it down and try to make this team, man. Like, I'm not giving up on her, but I'm not liking the way she's trending right now because I thought she was going to run a little bit better. But we'll see because this is an interesting field. Can Brittany Brown win this field, bro? Like, this is going to be a very important race for Brittany Brown. She needs to win this field. If she don't win it, she needs to at least come really close to the winner. At least be eye for eye with the winner, throw down a pretty decent time. Because lane draw, like I told y'all, in the final is going to be super important. So if some of these other girls are drawing some really good times, Brittany Brown's got to make sure she gets a time that's similar to them. So I do expect Brittany Brown to go all out and win this thing. Now, Tamari Davis got to step back up, too. I was very surprised at the way Tamari Davis ran last night. Very, very surprised she ran the way she did, man. I am expecting her to do a lot better tonight. I think she'll do a lot better tonight. This is a pretty good heat for her, too, to kind of get herself back into play here and let us know that, yeah, I'm still looking for a spot on that Olympic team tomorrow. You know, so I do expect her to step up. And then Anavia Battle, who has Olympic experience, I think that she's going to... I think Anavia Battle is very interested in this particular heat because she's going to challenge these girls as well. But I think that, you know, I think they're all going to challenge each other. I think they're all going to challenge for each other, though. You know, but it's just going to be very interesting because I kind of like Anavia Battle. Like, you know, I don't think she's at the level she was at back in 2021, but when she got to the semifinal at the Olympics, I just, the thing is, I don't know with her in particular if she's in that same sort of shape she was 3 years ago. But that's why I said tonight, this is going to be the most important heat out of the three. We're going to find out a lot about all these girls in this particular heat. Now, let's move on to heat 3. And we're going to be talking about Abby the rest of the time here. This is probably going to be about... a 25-minute video. This is looking like it's shaping up to be there. But let's get into Abby, man. So Abby's heat is going to be Gabby Thomas at the top, Tamara Clark, Jayla Jamison, who I like the way she looked yesterday. Candace Hill is in here, and Jassani Carter. Now, I like the way Jayla Jamison looked. I think that Jayla Jamison, well, I don't think she's going to be a factor in this race. I like the way she looking to be a surprising threat. Let's just say that. To at least be a surprising threat. You know what I mean? I think she could at least be a surprising threat in here. And show us some stuff, man. You know, I think she could show us some stuff. And we can see how she does, man. I don't know if she's hitting back to college next year, but I think she could be next year's McKenzie Long. I think she could be next year's McKenzie Long if she's going back. I think she's like 20 right now. So I think she can definitely be one of the premier runners in college in the 200 next year. So we'll see what she's looking like next year. But I still really like Jaden Mays, man, at Oregon, man. I like the way she looking right now out of those college runners. But Gabby Thomas did what she was supposed to do. I don't know why people still doubt Gabby Thomas. Gabby Thomas looked phenomenal yesterday. 22.11. And see, the difference between her and Sha'Carri is I know Gabby Thomas can get down to a 21.5 at any time and not be tired. Like, that's the thing about Gabby. Gabby could have kept going for another 100 meters. Gabby could have kept going. Maybe for another 200 because she runs in the 400 sometimes. Like, this is what people got to understand. And casuals don't understand this shit. This is why they be bigging up like Sha'Carri Richardson and talking about she going to beat this person, she going to beat this person in the Olympics. They don't understand how challenging that 200 is, bro. You got to have the stamina. And 100 runners, they just don't have the stamina like 200 runners do. Because 200 runners flirt with the 400. You know what I mean? They flirt with the 400. So they can keep, they're trained to keep going. They don't get tired like the 100 runners do. Gabby Thomas is no joke, right? She's no joke. I still got her getting down to a 21.60 or maybe a new personal best in the 21.5s on Saturday night. I trust her way more than Sha'Carri Richardson, bro, in the 200. I trust her way more because round by round, she's going to get stronger and stronger, you know? So Gabby Thomas ain't no joke. And I was hoping Abby Steiner, I said this in my recap video last night. I said I wanted Abby Steiner to draw either Sha'Carri or Gabby. And she drew Gabby. I'm glad she did. Because Abby needs to keep that challenge in front of her. She needs to keep, like, it's almost like having someone in front of you like that, that's good, man. It's like when you train with somebody who's faster than you. Like, that's really good. I like the fact that she trains with Christian Coleman. That's one of her training partners. She trains with Christian Coleman. Ran against him a bunch of times before. You know, that's good for her, bro. And I like the fact that she's going to have another challenge tonight where she's not going to get an easy first place victory. She's going to come in second probably. Depends on Tamara Clark, because Tamara Clark's got to really step up. Tamara Clark's got to really step up. She's going to be the Tamari Davis of this heat like we got last night. She's going to be the Tamari Davis. And Tamara Clark actually looked worse than Tamari Davis last night. She's got to really step up. I just think Abby could. I think she could outrace Tamara though. I think she could outrace Tamara. That's gonna be an interesting matchup. And the thing that I want to see is in this race, because Abby looked real good. She looked it real good. I think Abby has a tremendous chance to make this team, man. And so what we're going to do is I'm going to make 2 videos, man. I'm going to talk about her chances to make this team in this next video. This video getting kind of long anyway, so this is more just a semi preview. What we're going to do in the next video, we're going to talk about her chances to actually make this team, man. I want to go in a little depth in a different video. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and end this right now. So y'all see y'all see the heats. And I think the only thing that I'm looking for with Abby tonight is how the rest of the see. The good thing for Abby is that she's not racing in heat number 1. She's racing in heat number 3. So this is the last heat. She can see how everyone else is doing. So this is a very good thing. She can see how everyone else is doing in front of her. So she'll probably know what kind of time to drop. Like if she has to drop a really fast time to try to make sure she gets a good lane placement in the final, because that's going to be, I'm telling y'all, that's going to be very important. She's going to finish in the top 5, but it's just a matter if it's going to be 2nd, 3rd, or 4th or 5th. So she needs to be, I think in order for her to draw the best lane possible, she needs to be above 5. She needs to be in the top 4 somewhere, because she needs to get one of those middle lanes. So I think she does good from the top as well, like lane 8 and stuff like that. She does good from the top as well. But I would really like for her to get, either that lane, something not below lane number 5. So I hope Abby does get a good, decent time tonight so she could get a good lane for tomorrow. So we'll see how that goes, man. Remember to give me your thoughts in the comment section below. Remember to go over to the Patreon to watch the races. In the shop tab, we're going to have the individual races on there. So each race will be like $3.99. So if you don't want to subscribe, you just pay $3.99 to watch the races, man. But that's only going to be the final. I'm going to leave the prelims and the semifinals for free. So you can sign up as a free member and just watch the races that way. All right, y'all, man. Go ahead and get this video a like, share, subscribe. Let's get over to talking about Abby's chances to make the team next, man. Thank y'all for watching this one. Track and Ace. See y'all tonight.